Today's Bible reading plan takes us to the book of John, and I call this a miracle for mom. And this is found in John chapter 2, verse 1 to 12, and it's a very, very interesting scenario. Now, we first met Mary as a virgin. Okay, she received some shocking news. The angel appeared to her, and she would give birth to the Messiah. And let me just appreciate mothers for a minute, because all of us are a product of our mothers, whether we like it or not, and our mothers play a very important role. And so I pray for a miracle for mothers. Now it's interesting that after making this important contribution, Mary pretty much stayed in the background of the New Testament. We don't really hear about her from there. And that's mothers. Mothers are the ones who remain behind their son's success. They'll work and do everything possible so that the son and the daughter can make it in life, and they'll be there cheering from the background. And let's not underestimate the power of mothers, because mothers are the ones that shape children, and they're the ones. I remember my own mother, and in the time where you're at your lowest, she'll lift you up. When you're sick, she'll take care of you. When you feel lonely and low, she'll be there with you. That's a mother. And then most of the times they're in the background, but they play that important role in our lives. But in this intriguing episode, she now is back at the center stage. The setting is a large wedding in a town called Cana, and so they are attending this wedding feast. I don't know whose wedding, whether it's a relative or a friend, and we aren't told the name of the bride or the groom, but we know that Mary was invited, and Jesus also was invited. And at this particular time, he was just beginning his ministry, because his disciples were also invited. And so this becomes important, because mothers normally are the central part of your uplifting. And that's why the Bible says, children, obey your parents in the Lord, because parents carry an important virtue. And before this is right, there are certain things. Now the right there is derived from the word righteousness. So parents in the Lord, when you obey them, there's that righteousness with the right standing with God, and there's importance there. And then he says, and then honor your mother and your father, so that it might go well. So for Jesus' ministry to begin to go well, there is an issue of honor at stake, and that you might enjoy long life. And it's an issue of honor. So a miracle for the mother. So now this is the story. That's where we find it here. So perhaps the crowd was bigger or thirstier than expected, just like it is in these events. There are some gate crashers, or perhaps the wedding budget wasn't quite big enough. I don't know. Maybe people just showed up that were not supposed to show up. No card. They just showed up and they get crashed. Or maybe the budget was not enough. They didn't have enough money. So maybe we're just speculating. But whatever the reason, at some point during the multi-day wedding celebration, we read that the wine ran out, and that's a disaster, because in those days when wine runs out, then something is wrong. And running out of wine would have been an embarrassment to the groom and a violation to the guest's expectation of hospitality. To Mary, who was a guest at the celebration, she probably knew the bride and the groom, and this seemed like just the kind of problem her son could remedy. She knew who her son was. A miracle for the mother. Every time there's a challenge, the mother should turn to the daughter and to the son. It's an era for